SportsCenter. Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the 49ers edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Samari Shake, Rattle, and Roll stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Jets pick up their third win of the season. In San Diego, right by Coronado Bay, we had the Chargers get sent away with a 7-point loss. Trent Green took to the air for over 300 yards and helped his Chiefs beat the Colts. Up in Ralph Wilson Stadium, we had the Bills put on a show and come out on top by 20. Giants, Vikings. Randy Moss is split out at his own 20-yard line. Probably a little safety valve across the middle. And he stutter steps. Oh no, he has more in mind. Breaks the tackle. Let him go. He could go all the way. What speed? Touchdown. The Vikings win this one by the final score of 31-24. The Eagles booted in 3 field goals in their victory at the Lincoln Financial Field. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Nathan Vasher will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 4 years, $1.5 million.
The Texans won at home but will take to the road next week to meet the Broncos. Terry Glenn stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Packers, Redskins. Amon Green is in the backfield at the 37-yard line, gets the pitch, spins right there, whoop! And then in the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown! The Packers go on to win this by the final score of 23-17. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Patriots win their 5th game of the season. Up in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, the city by the Sound, we had the Seahawks get squeezed out by 4 points. And last but not least, we had the Broncos come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And now that most teams have 7, 8, 9 games under their belts, we're starting to get a pretty good sense for which guys are going to be blue chippers come draft day. Ramirez is a guy right off the bat that's really impressed me thus far. 6'6", 332, out of Washington. And of all the defensive tackles in the country, he might very well be the guy that has the biggest upside attached to him. He's proven to be a real disruptor at the college level, and he shows great anticipation skills and above-average strength and quickness. Blake is another guy whose play is making NFL scouts sit up and take notice. He's very active for a linebacker and possesses both the speed to stay with receivers and also the strength to be a factor in stopping the run. So that'll do it for now, but expect there to be plenty happening between now and April.
So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.